Hi, and welcome to this Emotereyoga class. Emotereyoga is my brand name for just mixing exercises from different traditions and putting in the rest in between the exercises. That's the secret sauce, according to me, because I feel like you really get your energy body or your light body, your electrical system, your nervous system to work better if you have rest. Work, rest, work, rest. That balance, really working up that switch so you never get stuck on orange. Like if you get a light PTS. Because every stress on our body leaves a scar, and we pay by getting a little bit older. So we start in an upright position, perhaps sitting on something to really get your spine straight and tall, and your knees below your waist, below your hips. So close your eyes for a minute or two. And start to notice your inner weather of today. Are your thoughts fast or slow? Are your breathing pattern deep and slow, or shallow and erratic, fast? Is your body tense? Perhaps in your shoulders, your neck, or anywhere else in your body. So just take this time to observe. Don't judge, just observe. Okay, we will finish this class in the same position and take some time there as well to notice how our inner weather perhaps have changed after the exercises and all the rests in between. We'll start by an energizing and a very calming breathing exercise. Where you grab hold of both your thumbs. So this feels really secure. I got you, you can say to yourself. Put it close to your body. And do 3 small sniffs of breath into your nose. Hold for a bit. And do a long exhale outside your tight lips. So we tighten our lips a bit like this to make a bit of resistance and prolong the breath out. And with a long breath out, we relax our nervous system. Hold a bit for a moment at the top and breathe out through your lips. So this exercise of breathing like this is it's both energizing and calming at the same time. So it's a good reset for your nervous system if you feel really stressed. You hold yourself, you got yourself. When you breathe in, you get energized, you take control over your breathing, and when you do the long breath out, you relax better. Okay, we pause there and we'll do one more energizing breath work exercise to really waken your lungs, to have them prepared for your workout in this class. So deep breath in, hold your breath and tap the rib cage everywhere. And you can do it quite hard after a while. And you can also tap the thymus here, which is very active in young kids, and the function slightly lessens when we get older. But the white blood cells are created behind this bone here. So in Chinese medicine, when you tap something, you awaken it with circulation and life force. Okay, we'll take our first little breather here. Just relax and notice how you feel in your body. A little more energized, a little bit more heat in the body. And we'll continue with another breathing exercise, which also has some movement in it. It's from Tibetan yoga, where you breathe in and you breathe out. In through your nose, hard out from your mouth. And you can let your whole body and you can also imagine that you grab hold of things and you throw them away. You can grab things you want and throw away things you don't want in your life anymore. And switch sides. And before our next little breather, we put our hands like this, and we will do 2 egg-shaped movement, where the hands come together like you're drawing a big 8, or you follow the prints of 2 big lungs, or 2 egg shapes forms like this. So breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. And do it slowly and relax and follow your breathing pattern. Relax your shoulders. This is not muscular work. It can be a bit tricky to find the correct movement, but make sure your hands go together when you have switched sides. And here you can start to notice some tingling in your fingertips. Now you can try switching sides again. And we lift our hands. It makes it a bit easier to breathe as well. Stop. Put your hands up. And we take a pause. And just notice the sensation. And slowly open your eyes and come up to standing. And we will warm up our body with an exercise from Systema, where we breathe out and come to the floor. Breathe in, come up to standing. You can do it as slow as you wish and follow your breath. This is especially good for really old people. It can be the only exercise they need. When we fall down, we get a massage for the whole body and the internal organs. And it's a bit of a shock for our whole system. And you can try to come on the side or straight in the front. And in the beginning it's a bit awkward, but once you get used to it you can really relax and come down. And now we change exercise. We will come down and keep our hands on the floor and come up a bit and roll back. So just play with this for a while. Try to relax your body and come up and down. And we can do one more before we take a breather. We stand in mountain pose and we take a step back and put your feet something like this so you can sit down and come down. And when we are here we switch direction and come up, so it's easier when we have a bit of a speed here. You can change, try the other side. Okay, breathe out. Come down on the floor and relax. It's very easy to hold your breath when you do something that the body feels is a bit dangerous, or you get a bit scared, so you tense up and you stop breathing. So now just relax, feel yourself get heavy towards the floor, and bring back your calm, low and slow, even breath. And now slowly wake yourself up and come up to standing. We can stand hip distance apart here and breathe in and turn our thumbs back like this and look down, so you fill up your whole rib cage, so that it's a bit hard to bend. And breathe out and look up, thumbs back, and breathe in. And when you do this you really feel the tense here in the upper part of the spine and the shoulders. So slightly bent knees, Fingers spreading, thumbs go in a big circle. Breathe in, and you come down. Breathe out, and you come up. Okay, we can stop there. We will do one more exercise before we relax a bit in a mountain pose. So feet together, right hand on the belly, left hand above. This is from Kung Fu, a monkey squat. So you're relaxed here. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, you sink. You let your hands come forward, elbows close to the body, and hands up like you're showing something here. So you stay here, and this works quite a bit of our core. So the advice is to start with a static position, and when you get familiar with the movement, you can breathe in, come up, and do it faster with a bit of muscle tension and release. But start easy with just breathe in, breathe out, sink down, elbows close to the body, and show your hands and bend them slightly, and look forward or a bit up. It's quite hard. Okay. We put in our essential pause again. So hip distance apart, toes forward, and stand straight with slightly bent knees. So you're semi-tense in your whole body, and you stand straight and relaxed. And open your eyes. And we will do a bit of eagle breathing. We'll be breathing, come up on our toes, and breathe out and come down. This is also a very relaxed movement. It's more of a breathing and balance exercise. So try to do it slowly and mindfully, and really follow your breath. And we can switch, so put your hands forward and breathe in, come up on your toes and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And the goal is to, when the breath is finished, the heels and hands come down at the same time. And we do one more balance exercise. So it's called diving swan. You stand like in a mountain position and you come up on your toes and you stay on your toes and you bend forward with your arms straight back, like you're a bird dipping your head towards the water or something. And preferably really high up on your toes. Come up. That's something to work on. Okay. There's also a squat. It's called kamikaze squat, where you stand on your toes and you do a squat on your toes. And when you're on your toes, the burn goes a little bit higher up in your leg muscles. So that's something to try. My toe is a bit broken, so it's not for today. So we just do normal squats where you breathe out and come down. Breathe in, come up. In my view, you can do a lot of really good exercises with just your body. And like the main ones could be like squat, push-ups, sit-ups, plank, the normal squat where you stay down here. That's really good basic exercises if you're in a hotel room or something and you need to do some exercises and you only have small space in your body. So I can show you how you can do arm exercises without doing push-ups or using weights. You simply use your own resistance. So if we take this arm like this, and this is the stop muscle and this is the pull muscle. So here, when you follow your breathing as always when you do lifting, you get stronger when you breathe out and breathe in. And you can self-regulate how hard it should be. And the good thing about that is that you just exercise your other arm. So you can do this straight on both sides. And you can also do a turning one, like you're pushing towards the whole side here. And come up. And it's quite interesting because you can almost play which arm and muscle is working the hardest. If they work at the exactly same force, you're just still. And if you slightly work the other one a bit more and the other one a bit less, you get a movement. So it's almost like an exercise for the muscle control as well. Okay, we do the rest on the back here. So close your eyes, relax all your muscles, take back your long, deep, even breathing pattern. Send around your own maintenance guy. Have him turn off the lights and the heating in all the muscles. Send him around or her to check that your legs are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed, your toes, your fingers. And once you feel really relaxed again, we can continue. We come up to standing again. We'll work a bit more on our legs. We'll do a turtle exercise from Qigong. So you stand like in a horse stance, quite wide stance. And you pretend you hold a big bar that are stationary here. So you breathe out, come down like in a circle, as low as you can, and breathe in, come up. We work the hips in a big circles and try to keep our spine straight and our arms in the same position, like we're really holding a stationary bar here. And switch direction. So this one really exercises our hip. And we can finish off with a horse stance. And we can hold the claw fingers or like this, so you can hold a weight. So shoulders back. Tilt your hips so you're really straight. And try to relax. And you can go really deep if you're used to it. And breathe out. You can come down to a squat, so we can rest in a squat. And I can show you an interesting thing about how our brain controls our muscles, and sometimes not. If you hold your hands like this, spread your fingers 2 centimeters straight up, and then you just focus your gaze on the fingertips. This can be a bit different, but for me it's like the fingers automatically move together. And if I straighten the fingers and really try to keep them apart with muscle power, and when I watch the fingertips, they go together. So I really have to fight them to come apart again. And when I watch the fingertips and are more relaxed, they just naturally go together. It's some sort of brain trickery with the muscle signals, which is interesting. So we're coming to our end of our session. So we will massage our face, everything that's loose, the scapula, ears. Can finish off with really working on the neck and shoulders. We can continue with our feet. Be creative here. Try every movement. Spin every toe. Spread them. Use your fingertips to really squeeze in between all the bones here. And if some part is a bit sensitive with a bit of pain, we massage it a bit more. It can be an old damage, bad circulation, an old scar, anything. And the massage creates a movement, and movement is the guru and the medicine. So just work each foot for a bit, and then we can continue slapping our whole body. And you can use a small whip or some wood thing or something semi-tense. I use a small chain sometimes, and the chain, if I tap it lightly, goes like a whip around the shoulder. So it like folds, so you really get to reach the muscles in the back and the neck here. Okay, come down to your back again, and we will do an exercise in muscle control. The principle is simple, but it's not so simple in practice. When we breathe in, we can pretend that we breathe from our foot soles, from the sole of our foot, and we tense the feet, and with the breath we tense each part of our body in sections all the way to the face. And when we breathe out, we reverse the order. So try for yourself. Pause at the top with a hold body tense, and when you breathe out, you try to relax your face, your shoulders, your arms, your stomach, your hips, your legs and your toes. So you're fully relaxed again. So try this direction for a few times, and then you can change direction. So when you breathe in, you tense the face and the arms and the legs and the feet. And when you breathe out, you relax your feet, your legs, your hips, your rib cage, your shoulders, your arms and your face. I find this very tricky, but in one direction it's a bit simpler. But if we really work it, we can learn to tense almost one muscle at a time. But it's not really possible. But you can work up a bit of skills in that area. Because in my view, I'm not sure if it's right, but there's some theories that we have 1 muscles and 600 strains of fascia. Because you can feel if you tense your hand, your shoulder get a bit tense as well. So it's like almost like it travels. So if you say hi to someone and squeeze your butt, your grip get much stronger. And it's the same if you box up here, you're not really strong. But if you bend your legs, so you tense all these muscles, you almost immediately tense your core as well, and the punching gets so much harder. So before we sit for our final little examination of our inner weather, we'll do one more breathing exercise, which is a bit activating. One last bit of punch. And it's like breathe in, breathe out. And you can punch in any way, or draw the hands back like this, it doesn't matter. Or you can do any turn on your throw with your fist. You can try and switch direction. Mix it up a bit, get a bit confused. It's almost always good. And now let go. Relax your body. Head straight. Hands on your knees. Sit on something again. Try to feel how your muscles are relaxed. But your energy body, your light body is a bit activated. You can feel some tingling. You feel your muscles. Perhaps you feel a bit of tension somewhere. Try to make it relax. And take this time as in the beginning of the class to observe your inner weather. How fast are your thoughts now? How does your body feel? And how about your breath? it lower and slower. Sit for as long as you like. Sitting in a meditation practice is always beneficial. Even if you think of everything else and you're really stressed out, just sitting with closed eyes in a static position is an internal rest and a cleaning of our brain, which normally happens when we sleep. We could need it during the day as well. Our brain actually shrinks when we sleep, so it's a bit like a washing cloth. We have a special cleaning system in our brain, so the brain shrinks and cleans all the cell and then gets rid of all the junk, just like our lymphatic system, but in the brain it's called a glymphatic system. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.